lowering your foot and walking out your hands or your feet. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we're going to move the left leg back. And then we're going to put our foot parallel, the back foot parallel with the mat. And we're going to turn our pelvis under. And then we're going to take warrior two. Looking out over your right hand, really stretching and growing through your bones, making sure that your alignment is correct. Your bent leg heel is in line with your midsole of your foot. See if you can lower a little bit. Really grow and extend. Take a few breaths here. And then from here, we're simply going to rest our elbow on our bent leg and reach forward for extended side angle, really reaching and stretching through the side body, or you can lower your hand down. If you're comfortable, you can take a bind, opening up your shoulder. And then if you're still comfortable, it's all about stability, balance knees. Inhale. And then finding that spot again. Inhale up. Taking a second, putting your pelvis under, straightening your spine, standing tall, extend. Opening up. And then lower down gently. Transitions are really where people get hurt when they do yoga. So if you can't climb up a tree, or if you can climb up a tree, it's just as important how you're going to get down. So reach your inside angle for a second longer. And then from here, inhale, lift up into warrior two. Making sure that your knee comes out and that you can see your toe, your big toe. Inhale, straighten that knee. And we're going to go into triangle pose. Now if you need to bring your leg in at this point, that's totally fine. Readjust. Make all your adjustments in your body. Here, we are going to really be rooted into the ground with both feet. We're going to inhale and then reach without compressing our side body. Reach, reach, and then you can keep your hand on your shin, or you can lower it down. We want to keep, if you can reach the ground, you want to lower your hand behind that extended front leg so that your shoulders stay stacked and open. Really turn your hip under so that you can essentially fit through two panes of glass. And extend through the crown if you can. If you're uncomfortable, your neck hurts, look down. But if this doesn't bother you, extend through the crown and really stretch out the side body and reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, strong. Bend your knee back into warrior two. Keeping your knee from moving too far. Just sinking through here. Turn your hands up. Straighten that leg. Turn your feet forward. Both feet forward. And then from here, we're going to open up in the chest and we're going to swan dive down forward. Remembering to use our breath. Reach your hands forward and take a wide-legged down dog stance. Bring your hands in, adjusting your pose. Bringing your right hand up into the air and revolving. By keeping your hips straight though. Try to keep your hips straight as you do this. Just reaching. Revolve. Using your hand to push into the ground. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes back down to the ground. We're going to use our left hand. So bring your hand in between your chest. Inhale, revolve. Really get tall through the crown. Try to keep your hips square. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Then from here, we're going to rise up with an inhale. We're going to turn our front foot towards the front of the mat, and we're going to just step towards the front of the mat. And we're going to do the opposite side. So we're going to use our left or right foot. We're going to reach back and then lower your foot and your heel, keeping your foot parallel to the back of your mat. The front foot is going to be, the heel of the front foot is going to be in line with the inside of your right foot. You're going to reach through your hands and inhale and then exhale, lower, making sure that your knee is turning out so that you can see your big toe, your pelvis is under so that you have a neutral spine. And then lower, being careful with your knee. Try not to push your knee forward too much. Lowering through your groin instead. Take a second here and warrior two, looking over your fingertips. Turn your hands up, back, lower. Strong in your feet, using all corners of your feet. And then from here, we're simply going to rest our elbow, adjust your hips so that they're all in line. Adjust your feet if they feel like they're too wide. And then take extended side angle pose. And the line of energy is from your fingertips all the way down to that back foot. Grounding to the back foot, reaching with your arm, strong through that bent leg. And if you like, lowering your hand, taking a twist, opening up, inhale, move your back leg forward, make sure that you're good, find your spot, inhale to rise, take a second here, make sure that you're adjusted, and then extend. Lowering down carefully. Going back to where you were, resting your elbow, but really stretching into that side angle pose again. And then from here, we're going to inhale back into warrior two. And then we're going to straighten that knee. And we're going to take triangle pose again. So opening up, reaching with our hands. Inhale, reaching forward without compressing your side body, reaching forward as if somebody's pulling on you, and then lowering down and revolving open. Turning your hips so that they're straight, and if you can, and you want to lower down, reaching for the floor behind that extended foot, just to keep your shoulders open. Taking a second. If you feel discomfort or you need to take a break, back out of the pose and come back in it. And then from here, we're going to prepare, and then exhale, and then inhale, coming up strong, lowering back into warrior two. And then we're going to turn our feet forward, and we're going to take a wide, what's it called? A wide down dog. So I'm going to turn this way again. And essentially opening up through the chest, hinging at the waist on the exhale and lowering and coming down.
Now you could take a tripod headstand if you were, at this point it would be totally fine. Essentially what you would want to do is bring your hands down to, in front of where your head is going to be, and your head would come down and then you would go from there. But we're not going to do that today, but maybe for later. What you can do is walk your hands out and then push back into a wide-legged down dog. Remembering to keep your shoulders open. Walk your hands back in. Bring your left hand to the center of your chest. Pushing into the ground, and then revolve. And remember to lift with your head and your hand on the inhale, and soften so you can revolve deeper, trying to keep your hips square, staying with the breath, rooting down with the ground and with your hands as it's on the ground, but lifting. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale. And then revolve on that exhale. Try to keep your legs square, your hips square. Try to keep your head lifted. Exhale. And then move your feet in. And then put your two fists together to get Tadasana feet. That's for your most stable. Fold. And slowly raise one vertebrae at a time, using your posterior chain to lift you. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to do some more balance poses. So stepping off of your mat, we're going to simply do eagle pose. So what you want to do is with your left foot rooted into the ground, really get your left foot in all four corners into the ground. We're going to lift our knee of our right foot, and we're going to put it over. Now if you can't bind, what you could do is just this. That's totally fine. But if you can bind, you're going to lift your knee. You're going to wrap your right leg around that standing leg, and then your right arm goes under your left in that same kind of position, and then you simply sit back and find your spot to balance. Sinking lower while keeping your pelvis and your spine neutral. And staying there for 5 breaths. Remember to sit up. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Other foot. Simply putting your left foot down, rooting down through your foot and all corners, toes, leg is strong. Inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, it wraps, or if you can't, just take this position and then lower. But if it can, we'll work towards that. Really tightening around that leg. And then from here, left is on top, so then left is under. Left is under the other arm and binds as such. Really stretching out our arms as well. And then inhale, exhale, lowering while keeping natural curve in your spine. For 5 breaths. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Then we're going to sit down carefully into a seated position. And from here, we're just going to work on some small twists and then move into deeper twists, and then we're going to do some folds. So in the seated position, just to warm up our spine, we're going to simply inhale, our left hand comes up. Exhale for a small twist. Inhale, straighten your back, keep your spine tall so that you can revolve. Exhale and twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right over the left. Place the left hand behind the sacrum. Look over your shoulder. Inhale through center. Now, we're going to do a little bit deeper twist. So what you want to do is lower your left leg and bend your knee. And if you're comfortable like this, bring your right foot forward and really press into the ground, okay? And then from here, the right hand comes behind the sacrum. Make sure that you're not sitting on your glute and that you're really pressing into the ground with your foot. If you're doing that, you're going to naturally be, making your spine taller. Inhale, left hand comes up. Exhale, revolve to the right. Standing up tall, release and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, a little bit deeper. And then moving through the center for a counter twist. Then from here, we're going to do the opposite leg. Right knee comes down. If you're uncomfortable like this, you can keep your knee forward and do the twist. Your leg can be extended. Or if you're comfortable, bring it next to your glute, bring this foot in, pressing into the ground, sinking both sit bones into the ground as much as you can. Putting your left hand behind you, we're going to twist over to the left. Inhale, really lengthening through the spine, rooting down through your sit bones. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can revolve a tiny bit more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale through center. Take a counter twist. And then from here, we're going to stack our knees, if that's comfortable to you, with the right under. Now, if that's not comfortable, you can simply put your right foot on the bottom and then the left on top, like so. But if you're comfortable, you can stack your knees, sinking your hip bones into the ground. Now from here, reaching up, if you can grab your hand for a bind, and then, just take a second, fold. And relax. If you can't quite bind, then just, move your hand to wherever you're playing your own edge. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. And we're going to do the opposite side. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right over. Bring your knees together. Really root down. Bring your left hand up. Place it in between your shoulder blades. Bring your right hand up in between shoulder blades, and you can take a bind. If you have a strap, you can do a strap. I am not open in my shoulders at all, so I cannot bind unless I've been working on it for like a month. So I'm just going to place my hands in that position and just work towards it. It takes time. Inhale, opening up the shoulders. Exhale, folding, if you wish. Inhale to rise. Release and exhale. And then from here, we're going to open up our legs. And we are going to take a second, rooting into the ground. Really rooting into the ground with our sit bones and our legs, keeping our feet engaged, keeping your crown lifted. Inhale, we're going to lower, if you can, your right arm or forearm to the ground. Inhale and reach. Now if you can't reach, keep your hand and your arm over your ear and reach in that direction. But if you can reach for your toe, reach and open up your shoulder and look up. Really enjoying the stretch.
Softening and relaxing, opening up through the chest, breathing in to any tension. Exhale. Inhale to rise. We're going to do the opposite side. So, really rooting down through our sit bones, taking a second, remembering what your intention was, moving with my breath was mine. And with that, reaching on the inhale up, lowering your arm, your forearm, and exhaling into your fold. Try not to compress your side body. Try to keep your crown lifted while rotating your shoulder open and your chest open. Try to relax. And then from here, inhale to center. Exhale to release.